what we're looking at is how wide the eyes are set apart from the nose. Now, using this very specific scientific measuring stick, if you can fit only half an eye between your eyes, oh, that's fascinating. Do you see how Art's right eye is closer to his nose than his left eye?
Yes, it is.
Hemispherical variation.
I know, it's just fascinating when you get in deeper.
All right, the closer the eyes are set to the nose, the more the person focuses down on the immediate detail. I want you to think about this like a camera lens. This is, I am focused on the immediate detail and on what has to happen and on the fact that it has to happen right now, and if it's not happening right now, what the hell is wrong with you? Can you not see what needs to be done?
Absolutely.
We do not tolerate lateness. We do not tolerate slackness. We crucify ourselves to set the right example of proper behaviour, and nobody appreciates it.
Some people appreciate
Close to appreciate it.
it. And when you get results, people appreciate it.
Exactly. Not everybody has that focus. When you've got close set eyes, time is very, very important to you. Is that right?
Yes.
Don't be late for people with close set eyes. They don't like it.
And these.
They become very annoying.
They do. The wider the eyes are set apart, again, room for an eye and a half in the middle. Oh, do you see how Marilee's left eye is set out further than her right? Slightly, it's fascinating. In this camera lens, we're looking at the bigger picture. We're not seeing the immediate detail. The entire picture is unfolding in wonderful ways. And everything else is unfolding just as it should, isn't it? Yes. We don't need to worry about time, so we will. I know. We won't. Exactly. Time is an illusion after all, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a concept.
Exactly. And we'll be arriving at the perfect time.
Which is right on time.
Which is right now. Do you not understand? This plays havoc with the schedule.
Schedules are like rules. You just kind of bend and...
Rules don't bend, don't do
They
they?
make the world work.
They make the world work.
to massage them.
See? Are you listening to the traits talk? This is important. You can tell what somebody looks like over the phone by the language that they use. Marilee is talking from a wide angle perspective. Emotional tolerance. Everything is perfect, isn't it, darling? Of course.
It's all good.
It is. If we had to be in San Diego in an hour, would you like to have a cup of tea with me first? Well, yes, we've got an hour. It's lovely here, isn't it? Where we are is more important often than where we're going, which is why we're often late. We have to be in Carlsbad in an hour. And shall we have a cup of tea?
Only for 5 minutes.
We've got to be in Carlsbad in an hour. It's a very, where we're going is more important than where we are, and so we're rarely ever late. Do you see how interesting this couple would be?
Yes.
Drive each other mad. Well, you especially, didn't it?
Well, I love Marilyn, but yeah. I think I would be in charge of time, right? and then she would help us have a perfect time with it when we're on time.
Do you know how to make this work?
No.
You tell her. I know, right? How do you make this work?
Oh,
You
I
say,
figured
darling.
it out. I figured it out.
Oh.
Because happens to be this time is an issue. So I have this half hour. When the thing is at 6, I plan to be there 5:30. So I arrive.
Exactly.
Right on time.
That's how you do it. If you need her to be there by 6, tell her 5:30 or 5 better. Hope she turns up on the right day.
And for me, I get there within a minute when I want to leave.
Absolutely, because
Almost
nothing else
always.
is respectful, is it?
No.
It is not respectful when people waste your time.
That's right.
And so don't do it. If you have a friend with close set eyes, they will so appreciate you being on time. And if you're not, then you clearly have no respect for me, and so why should I even bother doing business with you? If you're trying to do business with a close set eyed person, then by God you'd be there early. Because then they know you're worth their time. And time is money, isn't it? Yes.
And integrity too.
Absolutely.
And if it's appointment far away, I needed a whole hour of extra time to get there.
Because you
Someone
never
could call.
know when something new is going to appear to fascinate you. Exactly. And then it's the wide-set-eyed people are laughing because they know that how can we plan when you never know what's going to unfold. We know what's going to be unfolded because we've organised it.
It's all planned out.
Exactly. A very different way of being in the world. Now, I had a friend with really wide-set eyes. I used to think he was a complete mongrel who had no respect for me because he just would never be on time. When I learned this, I realised he's just got a different view of the world. He really does see a bigger part of the picture. So his emotional tolerance, if you have this trait, and you, focus. Focus. Set your goal, an achievable goal, and make it happen. You know you intend to, and focus. If you're with him, or anybody with these eyes, because really over here, we're in danger. Do you see our meaning? He's got low eyebrows. We're in danger of joining the ulcer brigade over here. Because all we can see is the immediate detail and what needs to be done. And by God, if it's being done wrong, then we cannot rest until it has been put right by the wrongdoer. Take a breath. And understand that not everybody sees the immediate detail. And if you need it to be done right now, probably best you
I
do
need
it
to do
yourself.
it.
Exactly. And she's lovely, isn't she? Just
I adore
so
her.
worth it. Exactly. Worth that little bit of extra time.
She is.
Don't expect her to be on time. She
No,
doesn't
I
expect
don't.
you to be. Take it into account, not personally. Do you see how that works? How are you going to use it?
An hour and a half for someone like this who's extra planning time.
Yes, yes.
Well, Well, did you say the right is closer?
Well,
Because
see
for-
now
because
that's
for business,
that.
For business, I especially doing like loans and stuff, was always early, because life happens on the way too. So I always had extra time.
Do you see how the traits and the hemispherical variation. Her right eye is closer to her nose. She's always on time at work. How often are you in time in relationships?
Sorry, Jill. She's always waiting for me. I tell her I have 3 roommates I have to get through before I can get before I get out the door. Then I'll be right there.
Do you
She
see?
doesn't understand.
No, because she's probably got close-fit eyes.
She thinks I don't care.
Exactly.
I know.
She thinks I don't care. Take it into account. Take it into consideration. Isn't it interesting? So go home, look in your mirror, go home, and see, am I more time focused at work than I am in relationships? Or how do the, who are the people in my life that are, what's their focus like? And who are the, I know everything is unfold as it should. Yeah, how are you going to use that?
Well, what I'm going to do more is to do what I need to do to have my integrity and to just let people enjoy life. The people who are going to float in, just know that they're going to float in. And if they come, then it's a bonus.
Dude, seriously, give them a round of applause. How you doing? Any questions about that? Isn't that wild? The camera lens. Narrow focus on detail, wide angle focus on the whole picture. People with wider set eyes really do see more of the big picture, as opposed to. So like there's value in both, isn't there? There's no right or wrong, because you need people who can see the big picture and the immediate detail, don't you? Take a breath.